Hey everybody, welcome back for another shooting edition of SHOREVIEWKEN, where today we're taking a look at an especially cool game that was made during that brief period when Psikyo, one of my favorite shoot-'em-up developers, was working a lot with Capcom, one of my favorite game developers and publishers of all time, and the results were always awesome, as is the case with Gunbird 2, which was released in arcades in 1998, and on the Dreamcast in 2000. It's available on a number of other platforms, such as the PS2 and the Nintendo Switch, but the Dreamcast version features two exclusive characters, those being Morgan from the Darkstalkers series, and Ein from the Sengoku Ace series, and of course it's always way more satisfying to play any shooter on the Dreamcast, or at least it is for me. I just can't say no to a good arcade conversion on the Dreamcast, especially when Psikyo and Capcom are concerned. So if you've played any other Psikyo shooters, particularly Strikers 1945 or the original Gunbird, then you pretty much know what you're in for. It's a solid top-down shooter with lots of playable characters and a bunch of different difficulty settings to suit any skill level, literally from the easiest difficulty level, referred to as Monkey, up to a nigh impossible storm of bullets that leaves none alive. I personally stay somewhere in the middle, being not quite the bullet hell master I'd like to be, but slightly better than a monkey with a controller, so I get a decent challenge without feeling like I have to pull my hair out. This game features 7 playable characters that all have different shot patterns, as well as a limited stock of super bombs and something borrowed from Strikers 1945-2 with the super attack meter at the bottom of the screen that builds up as you destroy enemies, and the fuller it is, the more powerful of a special attack you can do, essentially like having 2 different types of super bombs, which is especially cool, and you'll be needing some serious firepower because despite how colorful and cute this game is, it presents a hell of a challenge. Lots of enemies and bullets on screen at any given time, and some absolutely massive boss battles that will riddle you with bullets if your reflexes aren't sharp enough. So there's a lot of challenge and variety in this game, coupled with super responsive controls that create a very enjoyable shooter, which is made just that much better by the super vibrant and colorful visuals, great character designs, and a very catchy and upbeat soundtrack that creates a nice contrast between this game and a lot of the other shooters on the console that typically feature lots of spaceships, darker visuals, and more aggressive music. All things considered, I'd say this game stacks up well against any other shooter on the Dreamcast, and again, there are plenty of other ways to play it now, so if you're a shooter fan, and especially if you're a Psikyo fan, Gunbird 2 is a game you absolutely should not pass up. It is awesome.